Hey everybody, how y'all doing? It's Steve coming back at you again. I hope everybody's doing well. I just wanted to touch base with you today and talk about something I try not to watch, believe it or not, a lot of news, because I tend to get very little from it, to be honest. But there's some things I watch online. I do watch a lot of YouTube. There's some things I watch online, even on television, that just make me shake my head. And yesterday was a really good example. Apparently there was a young lady in New York, 15 years old, young girl in New York, 15, got chased down and beaten up by a mob of boys. Not because she was a girl, but because she was wearing Air Jordans. Beat her up. Catch the video on YouTube, it's ridiculous. Beat her up, they're kicking her, they basically just swarm on her. Like 10 to 15 boys swarm her, kicking her while she's on the ground, steal her Air Jordans off her feet, and then take off. And to my knowledge, there have been no arrests made in New York. Now, New York has a brand new policy, that bail reform bill that they did. It's just letting criminals back out on the street over and over and over and over and over again. That's the thing in New York now, bail reform. So just letting people out over and over and over and over again who are committing these crimes. And my thing is, if you're committing these crimes, you shouldn't be getting let out over and over and over and over and over again. The only laws when people who are the soft-hearted politicians, who always want to help everybody, the only laws, or the only people they end up protecting is the criminals. This bill reform of just letting people out over and over and over again is ridiculous. There's also a video out in California, the California government, like the New York government, big soft touch liberal hearts, passed a bill where a lot of minor crimes, I think anything under $900 or $950, they're not calling the police for, or they're not going to prosecute. So a bunch of young people just ran up into Walgreens and start stealing stuff off the shelves. A lot of cosmetics, start just stealing stuff left and right. And nothing's gotten done about that. Because again, it's the whole soft touch, soft handshake. Everybody, people deserve a second chance. When you write laws and pass laws that cater towards criminals, what you get is more criminality. That needs to stop. The way you deter criminals is that you go after them and let them know there's no safe haven for them. And you don't necessarily go after them by saying stuff like, well, we're not going to go after crimes that are under $950, or our bail reform, we're not looking to arrest certain crimes, all this other stuff. It's ridiculous. And at the same time, these are the same places that have extremely stringent gun laws, so people can't even defend themselves. And so to me, it's just a perfect example of what happens when you expect the government to have your back and look out for you. They can't do that. They don't know how. They're not built to do it. What they can do is make things worse for you. They can definitely do that. Or if they're sensible and realize that people need to be able to have the ability to defend themselves, they can make things better in that respect. But the two things they can do really is make things worse or get out of the way. Those are the two things they can do. A lot of times they'll just get out of the way. We can make things better ourselves. We don't need them to make things worse. That's just how it is. But unfortunately, this poor girl got beaten up, got rolled basically for some shoes. And then a bunch of other young thugs in California, coast to coast, go on and start just snatching stuff off the shelves in Walmart. Broad daylight, brazen, no problem. Run in, run out, grab stuff, like they're not even worried about it. The people who say they love you, that are in charge in these states, need to be fired. They need to be removed from office and replaced with people who actually know what they're doing. I can't stand incompetence. I don't like to see it on any level, and especially not at a government level, especially when it comes to city or state level, because that's when it starts to affect me and my life, and I'm not down with that. So the only way to change these things is we got to pay attention this year. This is a very important year. For those who voted last Tuesday, thank you. Appreciate it. I voted too. But we have an election coming up here in about 8 months. Vote for competence. Because this kind of stuff and coddling criminals is the only people that's going to get hurt is us. And we can't have that. Not in this country. We're better than that. And so with that, guys, it's my little rant for the day. Hope you have a fantastic day. Enjoying your weekend. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.